Hello guys and welcome to my new video. So today we're looking at Resto Shaman Battle for Azeroth changes. I've done a video like this before, but there's been some major changes that happened to Restoration Shamans that are going to... You're either going to hate it or hate it. No, you might like it. I don't know. You might like it. But either way, there's some really core ability changes that make Restoration Shaman a Restoration Shaman, and they've been changed. So first of all, the chain, I've done a video like this before, and I mentioned the chain heal has a cooldown. So Wowhead and MMO Champion websites reported this chain heal having a cooldown, but apparently in the BFA, Battle for Azeroth Alpha, chain heal does not have a cooldown. So we can rejoice, we can be happy. Chain heal is the chain heal that we know and we love. So let's look at some of the utility changes that happen. I mentioned in the last video that Lightning Surge Totem, which, you know, is the AoE stun, which Blizzard kind of wants to move away from. A lot of the other classes have their AoE stuns being removed. They mentioned this in the class design, in the post before. The talent has been removed, but we get Capacitor Totem, which does the same thing, but has 1 minute cooldown. Lightning Surge Totem had a 45-second cooldown. So, you know, compromises. But instead of the Lightning Surge talent, you now get Spirit Wolf, which is the incarnation of the Ghost in the Mist artifact trait. While transformed to the Ghost Wolf, you gain 5% increased movement speed and 5% damage reduction every 1 second, stacking up to 5 times. Okay, we can use that as a damage reduction going to Ghost Wolf, you know. We need those personal cooldowns. So it's cool. And you can also use Gust of Wind at the same time to be incredibly mobile. Why not? But if you need that AoE stun, if you have that Capacitor Totem and you're like, you know, I'm gonna do Mythic Plus, you can spec into a new talent, Static Charge. Reduces the cooldown of Capacitor Totem by 5 seconds for each enemy stunned up to a maximum of 20 seconds. So if you stun 4 targets, you'll get the maximum reduction in cooldown, which will make it 40 seconds. Lightning Surge Totem in Legion was 45 seconds. So a good use of the stun totem will mean a shorter cooldown. Good gameplay, maybe. I think it's a good gameplay. I think it's a very good gameplay. Now, so let's look at the big changes. Let's look at the major changes. Tier 60. This is where the stuff happens. Tier 60. Ancestral Guidance. Gone. I'll give you a second. RIP. It's gone. Time to Panic. I'm re-rolling. Or I'm deleting. I'm deleting my Shaman. I don't want to play. If I don't have Ancestral Guidance, I don't want to play this anymore. Ancestral Guidance has been replaced by Earth Shield. So everyone wanted the Earth Shield back. Resto Shaman, single target healing, tank healing is just not there. Like, I mean, you want the cooldown on the tank, you use your, use Link. You link them. Like, what's going on? Either way, Earth Shield has happened. Earth Shield is basically a hot on a tank. It works great. What I don't like about it, that I feel that Earth Shield should have something more. Like, I mean, in previous expansions, whatever, I used to have, like, your healing on an Earth Shield target was increased by 20%. I want that back. I want more healing on the Earth Shield target. I feel that's completely not overpowered. I feel it would work really great in 5-mans and things like that. Please, Blizzard, bring that back. Again, Ancestral Guidance is gone. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. The combinations of Ancestral Guidance with CLOUDBURST Totem, the combinations of Ancestral Guidance with Valence while CLOUDBURST Totem is active, gone. So actually there's been more changes made to tier 60 as well. So Crashing Waves, which no one really taken this outside of 5-mans. In 5-mans it's really good. In raids, it's, you know, Ancestral Guidance was the king. Has been changed. So in the Legion version, Riptide grants an additional stack of Tidal Waves. So every time you Riptide, you'll get 2 stack of Tidal Waves, because Riptide gives you 1 and Crashing Waves gives you another 1. So now you have 2. You get more spot healing. You get to waste it on healing surges, or you get to waste it on healing waves, depending on which one you want more. I mean, outside of 5-mans, like I mentioned, wasn't really that great. If you did ever wanted to use it, like, I mean, Coven of Shivara, I felt was a really good choice for this, purely for the fact because, you know, in Coven of Shivara, in the heroic version, you don't know when the burst healing is going to be happening, because, you know, the sequence of the ads that come about are not known in advance and things like that, so you're not sure when to use it, and you need spot healing. And you want spot healing. In order to do spot healing, you need Tidal Waves. In order to get Tidal Waves, you either Riptide or Chain Heal. But in Coven of Shivara, you might not be able to Chain Heal because maybe there's no, everyone's spread out. Maybe there's not enough melee taking damage. So you kind of would use this talent. And every time you would Riptide, you would get 2 tidal waves, maybe you would use this talent. Probably not still. Ancestral Guidance is still too powerful. But in the Battle for Azeroth, it's been changed to both effects of tidal wave are increased by 10%. So you no longer gain an additional stack. So you no longer, every time you Riptide, you get 2. That doesn't happen anymore. Every time you Riptide, you'll get 1. But that one tidal wave is going to be increased in power by 10%. So you can spend it on Healing Surge or Healing Waves again. Like, maybe it'll work with combination of tier 90 talents, which I'll cover a bit later on. So let's look at the tier 90 talents. And this is the biggest, craziest. Again, Ancestral Guidance is removed, remember. CloudBurst Totem. Big changes in CloudBurst Totem. So before in CloudBurst Totem, 25% of all the healing done while it was active, it will go into the healing, it'll go into the CloudBurst Totem, and then you can activate it and it'll be divided among targets. So you can overheal all you want. You can heal anyone at full HP and you're like, okay, I didn't do a good job there, but I know that healing is gonna go into my CloudBurst. So I'm relatively fine. I don't feel that bad about overhealing. That will change. Right now, it says 25% of all effective healing done. All effective. So you have to be an effective healer. What? A Resto Shaman effective healer? I don't know what's going on here. What's that gonna make? It's gonna make you a really reactive healer. I feel this is very similar to what Holy Paladins got through Aura of Sacrifice. While Aura Mastery is active, 50% of all effective healing you deal is replicated to all allies. And CloudBurst Totem is all the effective healing you deal is going to go into your CloudBurst Totem, and then your CloudBurst Totem is going to pop and heal everyone. So I feel it's relatively similar. Like, straight off the bat, the amount of healing that's going to go into the CloudBurst Totem is going to be reduced drastically. Unless you're like a super pro reactive healer where everyone's taking so much damage, where you're, you know, in Legion you pop like Ancestral Guidance, Ascendance or whatever, and you heal like crazy, and all of that healing or percentage of that healing goes to the CloudBurst. In Battle for Azeroth, you can't pop Ancestral Guidance because it's gone, or you might pop Ascendance, and then you have to make sure that you're going to heal people who are really low, because with Ascendance it's going to be like, you know, you're gonna have some really good healing surges. So you need to be really reactive, you need to beat other healers, you need to be the first one to heal them, and then that healing is gonna go into CloudBurst. Either way, the numbers are going to be smaller unless Blizzard changes the amount of healing or the amount of effective healing that goes into CloudBurst, which I feel they should. But maybe they won't, because maybe they want to change the style of it. Like, I mean, the combos are going to be way harder. You will no longer be able to, like, okay guys, there's a big huge AoE coming in like 10 seconds or whatever. I'm gonna pop my CloudBurst and heal a few people, put healing rain or whatever, and, like, you know, feed into my CloudBurst, and then when the damage comes in, you know, maybe you pop your Ancestral Guidance or whatever, or maybe you don't pop your Ancestral Guidance. Maybe you just pop your CloudBurst straight away to be the sniper, which is possible. You can do that right now. In Battle for Azeroth, you can't do that because no one, like, it's effective healing. If no one's taking damage, you won't get any healing into the CloudBurst. So one of the core abilities has changed drastically. The game style will change. It might not even be viable. I don't think, like, if they don't really increase the effective healing, I'm not sure. Because think about this. Look at Echoes of the Elements in tier 90. If you combine Echoes of the Elements with tier 60 Crashing Waves, you will have 2 Riptides. Those Riptides will give you tidal waves, and those tidal waves are going to be 10% increased in power. So you'll be like super good spot healer. Maybe there's going to be fights where spot healing is going to be really strong. That combo could be really strong for 5-mans, because already in 5-mans, Crashing Waves and Echoes of the Elements are one of the best choices. So does Blizzard want Shams to be really good spot healers? Like, I mean, it's possible, because if you look at tier 60 is not looking super attractive. The Luge, Earth Shield, Crashing Waves. It's not, it's like, I mean, it's not a clear choice, which technically is good, because you don't want a single talent to be a clear winner. Ancestral Guidance was a clear winner, but we all love the Ancestral Guidance. So it's really sad for it. We're really sad to see it go. At least that's how I feel. So there's been some really crazy changes happening. I'm not sure how I feel about the CloudBurst, because right now, if you're a Restoration Shaman and you're like, oh, I want to go into raid, I want to go into Taurus, I want to go, you know, start killing things, I want to heal. You have to pick CloudBurst Totem. Like, everyone's gonna pick CloudBurst Totem. Everyone would pick Ancestral Guidance. Everyone will combine Ancestral Guidance with, like, Valence while CloudBurst is active. Do some crazy healing surges. Put down healing rains. And then, like, you have, like, huge burst from CloudBurst. Huge burst. And that's going to change. And that's going to change. CLOUDBURST is, I'm not sure how good it's going to be. Honestly, I feel that Blizzard does not want a clear winner if in each of these tier choices. They don't want the Session Guns to be a clear winner. They don't want CLOUDBURST to be a clear winner. I see where they're coming from. That's going to change Shamans drastically, because I feel the whole complexity of Shaman healing comes with CLOUDBURST Totem. And if CLOUDBURST Totem is no longer a clear winner, I feel Shamans are going to be a much simpler or simplistic healing class. Because without CLOUDBURST Totem, there's like every combo or like multiple healing combos are gone. Let me know how you feel about this. Let me know how you feel about these crazy changes. And also, I forgot to mention, CLOUDBURST Totem also is going to replace Healing Stream Totem if you choose it. I don't care about Healing Stream. I mean, it gives you damage reduction and it gives you healing, but it feels just like an extra button that you press. But either way, guys, let me know how you feel about this. Let me know what are you going to keep playing Resto Shaman after this, because I feel these changes are drastic. And don't forget to like and subscribe and all of that things. It really does help out the channel grow. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in my next video.